Well, with an increasing focus on plastics in the environment, innovative solutions to limit how much makes it into our waterways are appearing all over the country and right here in Rochester.
Liam Healy spent some time in the lab with some of those behind this new pilot program taking place right here in the Rochester area. Liam joins us now. Liam.
Yeah, utilizing a project called the RIT trap and some sophisticated modeling, Christy Tyler and her team are set to install 50 of these devices in storm drains all across Rochester and Brighton in a bid to capture the most plastic that they can with their small footprint.
There's 30,000 storm drains in the city, so it's the scale of the problem is huge. So we want to be able to maximize resources by pinpointing the exact areas, the storm drains, where the debris goes directly out to the environment.
And that can be a difficult choice to make, as between each block, the amount of plastic and other debris that enters each drain can vary wildly. They've been able to use the data, though, that they've gotten so far from 9 RIT traps that have already been in place around the city to help unravel some of the mystery.
So there's a lot of work that needs to be done to use mathematical modeling to go up from this small number of drains to extrapolate out to try to understand how much plastic is entering the drains and eventually rivers and lakes from the entire city.
Much of what ends up in the traps installed so far isn't too surprising either.
You know, we have the typical things like leaves, grass, debris, and then we have all sorts of anthropogenic debris, so chip bags, a ton of candy wrappers, cigarettes as always, a lot of tobacco products, and any one drain could, you know, we're estimating that there's about 3,000 plus pieces of plastic that are entering each year.
And across 30,000 storm drains, that adds up fast.
What our model shows for the year of 2023, about 33,000 pounds of plastic entered the storm drains that flow to stormwater, and then about 11,000 pounds are entering the MS4 drains, which flow directly into the environment. So every year in Brighton and Rochester alone, 11,000 pounds of plastic just go straight into the environment from our storm drains.
And that across all 30,000 storm drains can come out to an average of 80 to 110 pounds of plastic a day. This new leg of the project is being made possible through a new $900,000 grant from NOAA, which is funded by the bipartisan infrastructure law that passed back in 2021.
All right, Liam, very interesting. Thank you.